anyways, we'll start off with English class then.
For each subject, I'll also be giving the color of the folder, I guess.
Oh.
English,
That is a good point. I will gladly argue with this
English is yellow.
one. Come on. No, English is so green. It is so green.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are here back with episode 12.
12.
Episode
Wow.
12. It always gets better and better. We're learning a lot, and we have another great episode for you. We're going to morph what we did with episode 11 with all of our other episodes. We're going to have some of our reoccurring segments.
Oh,
We're bringing
yeah.
back the Ego Meter. It's been a little bit since we've done the Ego Meter. And then we also have some more just spitballing random ideas that we're going to throw out there. And it's going to be a great episode, as always. And Ethan's going to kick it off with something that I don't know what he's going to bring up. Let's see what he's got for me. Let's see what he's got. Oh, we got money on the line?
$10.
Is on the line. I can win that.
Last time I put up $10, it did not end well for me, but I'm confident in this. The
Okay.
dumbest thing ever. Garrett, you have 30 seconds to name
Oh,
a
jeez. celebrity
celebrity that I know of whose first name is Dylan.
Oh, my word. I don't. Oh, man. I don't know if I know a single celebrity named Dylan.
I think of Dylan, and I either think of like a third grader or some guy that plays lacrosse. And Church Dylan.
Yeah.
I can't think of a famous Dylan. You got 15 seconds.
You don't know any? I don't really have time to talk about.
Bob Dylan does not count. That's his last name.
Oh, yeah. I could. I don't know. Yeah. I don't know any. Can I get? Do you know one?
Yes.
Like Freeze, Rick?
after
I don't know. Just name them
after
last
30
names.
Okay, you're at 30 seconds. What is
I don't know. Put me on the spot. Yeah, I don't know.
Remember the Maze
celebrities.
Runner?
Yeah.
The star of that movie, his name is Dylan O'Brien.
Yeah.
After 45 minutes, I realized that at work. But
Okay.
some
Yeah, that
guy
makes
at work, he mentioned that his coworker's name was Dylan. I'm like, that's a common name, and it's also not a common name.
It's pretty common.
Like I can't think of a famous Dylan though.
Well, you just named one, and Bob
That-
Dylan
that's a-
theoretically would count. I think.
Yeah,
I mean,
There-
it is an odd last name.
I think
Now I
there's
think
like a
about
fighter named Dylan Danis.
Oh, I
but,
could have said Dylan Brooks. He's a basketball player.
You could have. Athletes counted, but
Although people don't really like him right now. He's not too good.
there's
but-
also different ways to spell Dylan. Like I think like
Yeah,
it has to be Dylan.
yeah. That's the only correct way to spell
Yeah.
it. People who spell basic names in the weirdest ways, it's like, why? Just
Ryan Rian. No,
I? You said R-I?
Ryan. I've seen people named Ryan spelled Rian.
Come on.
As someone whose middle name is Ryan, that's how you do it.
That's so obvious.
How do you mess up Ryan?
That should be a law that is in place. If your name is Ryan or it's Dylan, it must be spelled one way.
Yes.
Because there is no reason to jumble it up. Although,
What about Garrett? Huh?
Garrett. There shouldn't be an H. There should be two R's. There should be two T's.
Yeah.
Like, I know Garrett's with like Gahr.
It would make-
There's Gerritt, like Garrett Cole.
Yeah.
Like, what?
Whoa,
My name's
my.
all messed up, too. I think my spelling's pretty normal.
I don't think his parents dropped him on the head. I think the parents dropped themselves on the head.
Or
when they
their
gave birth.
parents dropped them on the head.
I don't know. His parents are not smart. Come
But
on.
would you say my spelling's normal? Is that the way? Because when I type it into Google
It's
Docs,
the way, yeah.
when I type it into Google Docs, it says I'm spelling it wrong. To them, it's one T.
I mean, it's the way I'm used to. I guess it would make more sense to have one R, one T, but
That just feels weird. I don't know.
yeah.
I like doubling up letters for kind of no reason in a way.
Yeah. But anywho,
I dig it.
I did not Dylan's,
Is
if
it-
you're out there and famous, reach out. Our church buddy Dylan, he's going to be a famous guitarist one day.
Yeah,
So
probably.
we are manifesting that, but that was just
Yep.
something I thought of at work.
No, that's interesting. I'm gonna pick a random name just on the spot. I don't know celebrities, so I'm just gonna think of a name. You'll probably pick a celebrity in the split second, but I'm gonna think of a name here, and you got to give me a celebrity.
Okay.
So let's go. Let's go with Daniel. I'll give you 10 seconds.
Can I use Dan?
Yeah, I mean, it's the same thing.
There's Dan Aykroyd, who was on SNL and he was in Ghostbusters.
I have no
There's
clue.
Daniel Kaluuya. I didn't say his
Jeez.
name right. He was in Nope, that movie about the alien.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and Get Out. He was the black guy in that.
It's crazy. Should we do a rapid fire? I'll think of 4 names. You
Okay.
gotta go. You gotta give me one.
Yeah.
Let me write down some. I guess I don't really
This
have
could
time
be
to
a
write
new
down names.
game.
Let's go. Let's just. I'll just think of something. Let's go. Bob. Famous Bob.
Bob Ross.
Yeah. Charlie.
Charlie Chaplin? That's I don't know.
I
any
mean,
of them.
yeah, I'd count that.
Charlie Day. Yeah.
Charlie Brown, if that counts.
Yeah, I guess.
Let's go with oh man, Ben. I don't know. It's hard to think on the
Ben
spot.
Stiller.
Yeah, I know
Night
who
at
that
the
is.
Museum.
Now let's go with a weird one. I can't say that because
Hit me with the weird one.
now anyone with this name is gonna be like, oh, that's weird. I don't think that's weird. I don't know. Let's go this isn't weird, but Malik.
Malik Willis.
I was hoping you wouldn't say
Yeah.
that. Yeah, the football player.
And Malik Hooker? Is that a guy?
That's another quarterback. Yeah.
Yeah.
Dang, very good.
I don't
All
know a
those are under-
non-athlete named Malik, though.
Yeah.
Malik Jackson. That's probably another athlete. That sounds familiar.
Yeah.
Malik Reed. He was on the Broncos.
Jeez. A lot of football
Yeah.
Maliks out there. But yeah, pretty
Ted. Think of a famous Ted.
Ted Williams.
I didn't even know that. Okay, good for you.
That's
Yeah.
a baseball player.
I'm not the most baseball guy.
You don't know who Ted Williams is?
No.
You don't know who Ted Williams is?
I-
All-time great from America's pastime. He played on the Red Sox.
He sounds like a baseball name.
He batted 400. He's the highest
Ooh,
batting
okay.
average of all time.
Sorry, Ted.
He's an all-time great. He's top 5 all-time baseball player.
Barry Bonds, Babe Ruth, yada yada.
Ted
Derek
Williams.
Jeter.
That's great. You know all those celebrities. You don't know who Ted Williams
No.
is. Jeez Louise. All right.
I was doing so good, and by the end of this,
and
I
you
bit
just
the bullet.
completely lost it with I think Ted Williams, a fun fact about this guy, they didn't bury him, they didn't cremate him. He's currently frozen cuz they want to see if they can restore
Huh.
life. I don't know. There's an article or
I
something
heard
out there.
Walt. They froze Walt Disney's head. I think that's a conspiracy theory, though.
Yeah, I don't think it'll work, but I guess if it ever did, then they are frozen. Whatever that does.
I
I
was
don't
thinking
know.
about that because I was sleeping last night and I woke up and time just flies when you're asleep. You close your eyes, you fall asleep, boom, you wake up. It's morning time. You know what I mean? That feeling.
Yeah, yes and no.
Hypothetically, why can't I go into some sort of frozen deep sleep for 50 years?
Because you're dead? I don't know.
The science isn't there yet, but I think we'll be able to do something like that at one point.
Okay. Well, now it's on record. If it happens, you called it.
Yeah.
So that'd be
There's plenty of movies and stuff about that, but
that would be pretty neat if you made such a prediction such as that without having any impact on creating that thing.
I just want to know in advance that I'll be put to sleep for 50 years. I don't want to go to bed tonight and wake up and have it be 2073.
And you're still the same age, same health.
Yeah.
That would be pretty cool.
There's got to be a movie about that.
Yeah, I'm sure there is. You would be the one to know. You're the movie guy.
I mean, there's Back to the Future 2 where he goes to the future, but I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either. But interesting thoughts there.
I mean, that was basically Captain America.
I was thinking that too,
Yeah.
actually, kind of. But I don't really remember much of Captain America. I just thought of him going in the machine and coming out jacked.
Yeah.
But-
We need to create that too.
Just a steroid machine.
Yeah.
There are so many things ruining society. Another one, I'm actually going to change our script here. I'm going to go to the last thing I was going to say,
Okay.
based off of ruining society, ruining life. And I don't know if we're there yet, but that is AI. Or more specifically, what I'm going to be discussing is ChatGTP. Do you know what that is?
I do. Yeah.
Do you have any? Do you have an app for it? Because a lot of people use it on Snapchat. I don't have Snapchat. You don't have Snapchat.
You forced me under my will to manage the TikTok account. So through that, I'm on TikTok a lot and I see it.
They have ChatGTP, or you're just saying you see videos on it.
I see videos on it to the
Okay.
point where they're communicating with SpongeBob in the form of an AI or Darth Vader in the form
Oh,
of
you're
AI.
talking about AI in general, not ChatGTP.
I guess.
Like, for example, the president videos, that's an AI type.
Oh, wow.
But ChatGTP is like more, you like send a text message to
They can write
AI,
an essay and stuff.
and then they can write essays, they can answer questions. You can send them like PDFs and they'll summarize it for you, or all these different things. But anyways, I figured, this technology is supposed to be so smart. I hope they know who the camel's ego is. So I asked ChatGTP, what is the camel's
no.
ego? And they did not know us whatsoever.
Okay.
So unfortunately, we're not there yet. But I was hoping, and if it's supposed to be smart. So it was like, can you please give me more information? So I'm like, it's a podcast. Then I said, it's by Garrett and Ethan. And at one point, it was like, oh, I found it. And it summarized like a completely different podcast. And then finally, after I gave it enough information, it did find their podcast and it did summarize it. And then you would think at that point, now that they have the information to find us if I asked again.
Yeah.
But I asked again and they still had no clue.
Oh.
So if this technology is so advanced, it should be able to now identify us when asked, what is the camel's ego?
We're still new to the game. That's a big...
But if you look up the camel's ego on the internet, we're the first option.
That is true. Yeah.
So it's a pretty obscure 3 words. You would think you put that into the system, they would be able to find us.
Yeah,
That's
I like that idea, though. Forget about like the verified check mark. If ChatGPT recognizes who you are, you've made it in life.
So we did not make it at all in life.
Not yet.
Not yet. One day, ChatGPT.
By episode 100, we will have been to the White House.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
There's no way.
We will be living in the White House.
Yeah. If that were to happen, I think you have to be the president to live in the White House. We would not be old enough by episode 100.
Yeah.
That's another really random question.
If we keep going at this pace, yes.
That's another random question. How many people live in the White House? Because you have workers, but do they sleep there or do they go home?
I don't think they go home.
You think it's that bad? They're not allowed? I mean, you have like the Secret Service. Like
I
the
would
security.
say 250 people live inside the White House.
Live, like sleep overnight every day.
Yeah.
That's pretty much a workplace.
At least like 50 guys just security alone.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean they live there. They might have a night shift. I'm saying like no more than like 30, 40 people. Because I'd imagine there are jobs of like, there's jobs of people that have to stay there in case there's an emergency, so they sleep there. But it can't be no 250. I don't know how. It's hard to understand how big the White House is, though, unless you look it up. I don't really know how.
I've never been there, never seen it.
Yeah,
I've seen it online, but
I think the over
it's
or under.
huge though.
I think the over or under for. I'll look it up, but I doubt. I don't know if there'll be an answer. But what line do you want to set? I'd say 70. Over or under 70 people. Are you saying over or under?
I'll take the over because I made the stupid estimation of 250.
All right, let's see. How many people? See, I don't think it's going to give us an answer. There's who currently lives at the White House and how many people are in the White House. So, yeah, for who lives there, it'll just say the family of Joe Biden. And then how many people are in the White House. That's employees. Here we go. These aren't people that live here, but there are 1,800 employees in the White House.
That sounds about right, yeah.
So are there 70 of those that are sleeping overnight?
I feel... I don't know, man. I really don't.
Oh, wait. Here's a Quora article. Do you know what Quora is?
It's like a question and answer thing, isn't it?
Yeah, like people, kind of like, not like Wikipedia, but someone poses a question, you have random people answer. See, it's so hard when you're on a timetable to find the answer. But I'm not too great with looking at it. It says Joshua nailed it. Where's Joshua? I want to see what he said.
I don't know. I think I would just move past Joshua.
All right, over-unders at 70. I told you how many people work at the White House. Are there 70 people out of that 1,800 that will live there?
I think so. But
Possibly. All right. Well, if I find the answer, I'll put it up on the screen.
yeah. Moral of the story is ChatGPT is not good for us.
I don't think that's it. I think it's yeah, there are definitely things that are scary, but I think AI in general is a lot more scarier, or a lot more scary.
Yeah.
Because you have like the video of AI working with like the music industry, that they can take their voice and make any song they want.
Juice WRLD singing Bohemian Rhapsody or something.
Yeah, like if Michael Jackson has new music, that's just gonna ruin it, man.
Yeah.
You can't do that.
It's very entertaining, but it doesn't have that feeling of authenticity.
Yeah, especially if it's someone who's dead singing.
Like there's gonna be
And they have they're not saying like, hey, they're not creating the song. It's some random person creating the song. So it's not Michael Jackson. It's just his voice.
Would you rather read a book? Would you rather read an average book written by a human or a really good book written by AI?
Most books that I've ever read, for the most part, I don't really care about the author. So I mean, I would take the better book in general.
It's, that authenticity's not there though.
It's a book. I don't know.
I can't. No.
The way you said it is a good book or a great book. So there might not be authenticity, but if it's a great book, it's a great book.
I don't know.
I'm going to pick the better book.
I know what you mean, but
I don't know. I don't read that much anyways. I need to read. I got a book on grit, and I've yet to start it. I need to.
you didn't even start it yet?
No.
You've been talking about that for like weeks.
I have priorities with reading. I got to read
Okay.
my Bible first before I touch a book. And for the most part, I don't like reading twice in a day. So it's hard
Alright.
to get to that second level. But I'm trying.
I try to finish a book every 2 weeks. That's what I'm doing.
That's
Right now I'm reading some book about the 90s. It's boring, but there's cool stuff in it.
I can't read that much. I can read a chapter of something, but then I'm done.
I'm selling my soul. Now I'm just a boring old man. But yeah.
That's okay. One day I'll get to the point where I'm retired and reading books and then learning about stuff that would have been helpful when I was younger.
Yeah.
But, whatever. Anyways, moving on. I'm going to bring back a segment we had 2 episodes ago. Not a segment, but more of one of our discussions, and it was on the duo of letters. Duo of letters that do exist, that
Okay.
don't exist. It's currently our most popular video on Instagram, has over 10,000 views. It's pretty neat, but that's honestly a pretty small number for what shorts or whatever can bring you.
Yeah.
But for us, if 10,000 people are dumb enough to watch our video, we'll take it. And
Smart enough.
yeah.
Thank you for every view.
And some people were like, these guys are idiots. Others were like, they are solving the most important problems. So I did some research on this topic, more specifically letters that follow the letter Q, because normally it's the letter Q and then the letter U. For
Okay.
example, queen, question. They're all, most of the time it's QU. But I did research, and based off what I found from Wikipedia and a few other random sources, I found that there are 16 of the 26 letters, according to like Scrabble or Wikipedia for the most part, that have Q and then another letter. So that's A, D, E, F, G, H, I, L, O, I, another Q, R, S, U, W, and Y. So 16 out of 26. But I'm convinced, because these are like dictionary words, but I'm convinced with deeper research, people finding words of like a town or a last name or like a medicine name. There's some really crazy medicine names out there that aren't in the dictionary. If people do enough research, finding street names, finding this or that,
I don't know if
I think you can find
count,
all
though.
26 letters that follow the letter Q.
I think names is cheating, to be honest.
If it's a government official name, I think that counts.
If we're doing names, I think I agree with you then. Yeah.
Like a last name that's like Quebec but no U, I don't know,
Yeah.
or no E. But I think it's possible. And I can try and read
just
some
the
of
Q-
these
the Q-
words
the
that
QX.
there is no QX right now. But I think someone can find a word out there that follows our constraints with Q and X. Now, things that don't count, there can be zero punctuation after the letter Q, like a comma, a period,
Okay.
a dash. Like, for example, Q-tip does not count, so there is a
Yeah.
dash. It can also not be an abbreviation, such as like NBA. It cannot be like that. And I think that's really it. If it's anything else, I think it would count.
But if I chose to make my kids like first name QX, something
That counts. If it's
That
in the
there's definitely
if there's a
26
government
then.
official document that is your real name, then I think that counts.
Yeah, I'm with you.
And I think that would be for-
out there.
And I think again that all duo of letters would be in a word somewhere. But so I read off the letters we do have that follow Q. What we need is the letter B, C, J, K, M, N, P, T, V, X, and Z. So there's only 10 left. And I think one by one we can find these, we can knock them down, and boom, we have every single letter of the alphabet following the letter Q in some way. I think we can do it.
I'll do my part, and my kid's middle name will be QXZ. Just Kigs.
Or just have like QB, QC, QJ, and that's their name, just to knock them all off.
like it can be anywhere in the word.
Yeah, doesn't have to start
So
with Q.
my kid's middle name will have 300 letters in it. Yeah.
That's why some people in the comments said, wait until these guys find a dictionary. A lot of these don't start with the letter Q, so you can't just go to Q and then see, all right, where's QX or whatever. Like,
Yeah.
a lot of them are towards the end or the middle. And I'll read some of the ones I found that I'll try my best anyways that have Q in it and are followed with a random letter. So here's the one with Y. I didn't put what they mean. I was going to do that.
These
but
are
then-
words or names?
These, according to Wikipedia, are real words.
Okay.
So this one, I don't even know how to. I can't even try this. This is the hardest one.
Spell it out.
QYRGHYZ.
Quirgs.
That's the QY one. That one's like pretty wild, and that's a real word.
English?
It said English or Canadian alphabet.
What?
Yeah. Another one. Someone commented this actually. It's QWERTY, which like on your laptop keyboard, if you look at it, you see QWERTY in a row, like QWER.
Oh, okay.
That's like, according to Wikipedia, that is a word. So that's QW.
This
Now-
is Wikipedia, though.
It's a much more reliable source than finding any of the other 10 letters.
You got to take this to Webster's.
I mean, no, I trust Wikipedia and something like this. No one's going in and no one else is looking this up. I think I think elementary school scared you away from Wikipedia. 99.9%
I'll
of that
be
stuff
on
is
both
okay.
sides of the game here. Names, yeah, people have made up so many names, whatever. It's Q, Y, Q, G, Q, B. There is not a word out there spelled Craigs.
Yes, there is.
What's the definition?
I'll put it in quick. But the
Now
QY
gotta
word I
put that into
mentioned,
my search bar.
that is there. See, a lot of these too, since they're so weird.
I don't see any. I see
I do. It's right here.
Kyrgyzstan,
Yeah, but then
a country in Central Asia.
that's the other way.
That's
That's a
spelled
variant spelling.
okay.
So make sure you click. It says you have to reaffirm. Like, no, this is what I mean. But it is
Nope, I'm on Merriam-Webster.
okay. Where's the definition? I'm on it too. This is a terrible dictionary. All it is ads.
It says it's just a variant spelling of Kyrgyz.
But it is in the dictionary. I think it's like a type of group of people. like a Middle
A
Eastern.
member of a Turkic people of Kyrgyzstan and adjacent areas of Central Asia.
Yeah, but that counts. And it's QY. See? You had to go deep to find a QX or a
That says
QY.
K though. I don't know.
It's because there's different ways to spell it, but it is an official way to spell it QY.
Different ways to spell. We were just talking at the beginning. There's one way to spell Dylan. Why are we letting there be different
When
ways
it comes
to spell words?
to Q letters and Q words,
Uh.
I'm allowing anything that comes to fruition here.
Okay.
Because I gotta get all my Q double letters. But that's QYRGHYZ. That is a word.
I've lost all brain cells. I've lost all hope. And Webster.
And
Webster, what are you doing?
to final it off, this is what'll give us hope. On Wikipedia, they only displayed about 70 words
Yeah.
with Q that wasn't followed with an X, but it did say in American and Canadian English, there are currently 4,422 words with Q not followed by U. So I think out there will be words with Q that are followed with these 10 remaining letters.
Dang.
You just got to dig deep. We got to dig deep to find this. And I think we can do it. But we need your help. We need your help. And I need your help.
Wikipedia, man. I don't know.
It's real. It's real. But we will do it one day. One day we will have all of these. I might create an Instagram post, and I'll update it every time we find a new word. I'll put words we have that we did find, and I'll put the letters we need.
This could be a life-altering experience for you. Yeah.
You know, I always was jealous of like the smart people who did really important research topics. Like they really dug deep.
This is more.
This is ours.
Yeah.
We own this.
Yeah.
This will be a piece of artwork when it's all
Take
said
it to
and
the
done.
science fair.
People will be looking at this. People trying to get their doctorate's degree in English will have to read about our research.
It's like showing the cavemen the beautiful literature of I don't know who. But that's what we're going to do.
We're going to do it.
Yeah.
We will find a QX. We will find a QZ. We will find a QK, a QJ. We will get there one day.
You will
Oh,
find.
that rhymed.
You will find. I'll be living life doing whatever.
I think the social media researchers or the investigators out there, they
the
will pull
thousands
this
of
in.
people that viewed the original video, they have our back.
They will come back to
They've
this.
been working
I will
ever
create a new
since.
one saying, hey, we need your help. We must find all 26 letters. We're already over halfway there.
Yeah.
But before we move on, I will bring up one word I found that is actually QG. You can look this one up because this one's even sketchier. It is spelled QGP. That's it. But supposedly this is a Scrabble word. But there's no vowels.
If
So
I'm playing Scrabble with someone and they throw that word down, I'm walking out of the room.
I didn't do any research on this one, but this is the only one I could see.
It says the word you've entered is not in the dictionary.
Wait, here it says, what is QGP in Scrabble? And it's a physics term, but it stands for quark gluon plasma.
No.
So are we eliminating G now?
NBA, like you said.
Because that is... But at the same time, it's a Scrabble word.
No.
If it's in the Scrabble dictionary, I think that is like the... That's almost... People were saying, look at the Scrabble dictionary. So...
I live my life according to Webster.
I will listen to anything out there. Okay, I'm on a Scrabble dictionary thing. I'm putting it in. Okay, it did not. Nothing showed up. So unfortunately, now we're at because that was the only G one. So that'll bring us back to 15 out of 26. But we will find a QG. It will happen. It will happen.
Yes.
But yeah, we will do it one day.
You and your thousands of supporters. I don't know if this task is for me.
One day, maybe we're not the one that finds an ultimate answer, but we posed a question.
You are lighting the spark that will ignite the fire.
Exactly.
Justice for Qs.
Exactly. So now we have our infamous ego meter. Today for the ego meter, we will be doing school subjects. A classic way.
Haven't done ego meter in a while. I haven't been to school in a while.
Yeah, this is going to be a nice pastime here. Looking back at some of our favorite and least favorite school subjects. Now, I was thinking about this. I put down the subjects, but I'll give you one, for example, is English class. But there's always, there's so many different ways you can name English class.
Yeah.
There's language, there's communication arts, English, obviously.
I'll
Why
think of
is there so
English
many?
as the class. Oh, you're asking why are there so many?
Yeah.
Literature is
Like
a wide world, my friend.
Literature, that's another one. The one I never understood was communication arts.
Well,
That's so fancy.
they give us the fanciest one in the youngest of grades.
Yeah.
3rd grade.
And it was like a 4-hour long. I felt like that one was like 4 hours long. Because that was in your home.
size,
It was in your
like an
home
hour.
room.
But
But anyways, we'll start off with English class then.
for each subject, I'll also be giving the color of the folder, I guess.
Oh.
English,
That is a good point. I will gladly argue with this
English is yellow.
one. Come on. No, English is so green. It is so green.
We'll get there. Ethan believes English is yellow. And I was not a big English fan. There's the first half of my English experience where I was kind of just a lowrider, dozing around, writing essays. No one ever liked writing an essay, especially once they started rolling in with the 5 paragraphs thing. No. You count me out.
It depends for me.
And then, towards the end of my time in school, they threw me in the honors classes.
Ooh.
They made me read a book over the summer. How dare you do that? What?
That's so funny
Now-
because we're pretty stupid. So
Yeah.
for most people, they did that every summer. For us, we weren't reading in the summer, man.
Why?
We spent all day at Crestwood Pool
Yeah.
just playing tetherball and basketball and jumping in the pool all
Henrietta
sweaty.
Lacks. I know her.
Oh, that's
The
funny.
class itself, there were some really good teachers. Shout out to Miss Aker, Mrs. Burton. There were some fun times in the class. We did a little segment with Romeo and Juliet where we had to put on a play.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was fun, but you never make a kid read in the summer.
Yeah.
English
is so
class, yellow
You
folder.
You have enough time to teach us something. Let us have our summer,
Yeah.
doggone it.
There were times where you got to choose like your own book to read, and if you chose a good book, it did feel nice reading that. You get the little time in class. Okay, guys, just go apart, go your own
Yeah.
way, read.
Some of
that
the best
was nice.
some of the best times in elementary school was you got to read a book for 30 minutes. You could bring a snack.
Yeah.
I was bringing like full bagels and stuff. Like
It-
just that
It's
was
a
great
win-win
time.
because either it was a great book or the book was terrible, but you just got to take a nap.
Yeah.
So
You just got to relax, nice and quiet.
it's not.
Oh, I don't like how that's starting to sound.
A 4.9
Come
for
on.
English. You think that's too low?
I loved it. I think English class was great.
Did they ever make you read in the summer?
No,
They made me read
I
in
made
the
sure I didn't let myself get that smart in school, so
Okay.
I didn't have to read in the summer.
Yeah.
Very early on, I was in the challenge classes, like math and stuff. But then they realized I just didn't care that much, so then they let me go.
Now,
I allowed myself to have fun in school. I know my natural gifts, but I didn't want to use them.
I did like writing classes, like where you got to like write stories and narrative essays and stuff.
Yeah,
I don't associate that with English though. I associate that with writing.
that's English
English I see more as like reading and
literature.
literature.
English
I
is
had
anything
classes-
reading, writing.
I had classes called like writing workshop, which is where you
Yeah.
got to write. I put that like almost in like an art category
No, that's not
where I just
art.
create these stories. But
Yeah, to me that's English.
okay.
Anything, because you're writing the English language.
Yeah.
But I had really good.
I wrote in Mandarin actually.
Yeah, okay.
No.
I had really good teachers though for most of my high.
I only
most-
remember Aker and Burton for some reason.
Well, I'm thinking of like elementary school. The people that really like
Okay.
taught my early roots of writing.
Yeah.
Shout out to Mr. Fick in second grade.
Oh.
I wrote some great stories in second grade. And then in third grade, I wrote like a whole story on like a lemon head and a watermelon head.
Yeah.
I don't know how I remember that, but I was writing some great stories
Third,
early on.
in third grade, we got to write our own books. Back to the writing, I guess. for whatever reason, I could not come up with a title for my book. So I ended up making the title like A Great Story to Tell. I just knew from this moment it was a dud. I'm like, this title, no one's going to want to read this. It was not good.
That sounds like an 1860s
Yeah.
Christmas Carol or something.
A great
Like
story a great story to tell. Yeah.
It's like the morning of Christmas Eve. Or I don't know.
One last shout out to my first grade teacher, Mrs. Gaetani.
We were in the same first grade class.
Oh,
Look at that.
We were doing some sort of
Yeah.
writing thing, and it required like a parent signature. I don't know why. I was feeling a little rebellious, so I ended up forging Andy Golitz's signature. I thought it was good, but she noticed. So I'm surprised I didn't have to pull a card. But
That's funny.
that was the first and only time I will ever forge someone else's signature.
Oh
so.
man. Yeah.
I bit the bullet there.
That's funny. I've never forged a signature. I've like practiced for fun, but I've never submitted something.
I don't
Classic
even have
first
a
grade.
signature, man. You do.
Yeah, I got a great signature.
Yeah.
I've been creating that thing for years.
Yeah, I'm jealous.
I love it. When I'm bored, I'll just get a piece of paper and sign it like 50 times.
English 4.9 yellow folder.
That's wrong as well. But I personally, I think I liked writing more than reading, obviously.
Yeah.
So for me, the writing aspect is what boosts it. But moving on, great one to start. That was so low. Let's go to math. Let's just get the basics
So
out of
math
the way.
was. I see math first of all, blue.
Oh my
Blue
gosh.
folder for math. Okay.
The folder is red.
No. Well,
It could be green too.
I'm gonna backstep. Yes, red for math.
Thank you.
Yes.
Green English, red math.
Yeah. Okay. Math red. Math is known for having the highest of highs, but also the lowest of lows.
Yeah.
When you know like simple math, like there's nothing better than flying through like a worksheet. You feel like Albert Einstein doing the most basic stuff. But there's also times when they just throw in they throw in one letter and it derails the entire thing. You have no clue what you're doing. You're completely lost. You fail your tests. It's bad. So math was inconsistent. For the most part, I was good at math though. Nothing like amazing about it. I don't like how as we moved forward we became more and more reliant on calculators. I will say that. Like that's just like AI. It's just us becoming more reliant on technology, is it not?
Not really.
I
No, calculators are okay.
What happens when I'm stuck in the wilderness and I need to do math and I don't have a calculator?
What, do you have a pen and paper in the wilderness?
Yes. Yes, I do.
No.
But-
The dumbest thing is we're kind of learning how to do like long division. Like just put it in a calculator.
Yeah.
Like I can
didn't want to learn
understand
on a calculator.
I can
though.
understand like multiplication or simple division, but no one needs to do long division on a piece of paper
Yeah.
or a lot of other math problems.
That's the reason why English class was so low, by the way. English class dragged. Math class never really dragged for me. I don't have a long history of it dragging. So I'm going to give it the 6.1.
Still high. That's
high.
I didn't care for most school things,
Yeah.
but again, early on, I was in challenge math. I was pretty smart. Then people got the idea that I didn't care.
Oh, no.
But now I had a college math class last year, and I took that final for 4 people and got like 97s for them.
Oh!
And they were struggling. They had no clue what they were doing. I'm like, I got you guys.
When you understand math, it's the best
It is a
feeling
good
ever.
feeling.
Yeah.
So I know for a fact that like I think I have good smart genes. I just didn't care in school.
Okay.
So that just doesn't do anything for me. People
Yeah.
who like brag about their honors classes or whatever, I am so happy I didn't have to do honors classes, honestly. Now, if you're trying to like be an engineer or something, okay, you can flex your honors classes cuz you need your honors classes. For me, I'm just having a good time. I can put what I need math for, I already accomplished in 6th grade. So now it's just all right, I'm done.
You're
with
going
this.
to be a teacher, so be careful. With your luck, you
Up
could
to
be
6th
you
grade.
okay. Maybe you'll be an honors teacher or something. You never know.
Maybe. But again, up to 6th grade, once you get past that, you start to learn obviously more in-depth math or whatever, but it's more so applying
Common Core.
math to you have like calculus and algebra, but most of that stuff you don't necessarily use every day, but it teaches you problem solving, it teaches you I don't know, if you were to be in a situation you needed algebra for a job, then you know it.
Your
but
type of math is like Johnny has 85 carrots.
I
and
guess
his
it's more
sister
practical
ate
everyday
73.
math
Yeah.
that everyone will need to know. But then once you get old, it's like, all right, I don't need to know this. But
I believe that math is an important skill to learn. I believe in math class you learn how to learn.
you learn how to problem solve.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm not completely trashing like all of high school subjects because obviously they have a purpose. But teach us how to like file taxes or something.
I think that gets a bad rap. I think there were life classes that kind of did that. It's just people didn't care back then, so they just.
That's a good point
overlooked
too.
it.
They could teach us that stuff, but me being a silly high schooler, I
Yeah.
would have zoned out anyways. But I don't know. There are school boards and stuff to discuss that. We discussed the dumb stuff.
Yeah.
So let's move on to a class us dumb people loved, or at least us two, and
Okay.
that is gym class.
Oh
or-
yeah.
If you want, this is up to you, but you can also morph recess in here too, if you want. Because when you're young, no, because you had gym class in elementary school. You didn't. That wasn't recess. So just do gym class in general.
Okay. This kind of ties into our ego meter of gym class activities.
Oh yeah, that's right.
You had your pros and cons. You had the haunted house. You had the parachute game. You had learning a jump rope for the first time, just feeling on top of the world. Especially when they brought in a giant jump rope and it took 2 people to swing that thing and you're in the middle dancing. But then came junior high where you had to start changing in the locker rooms. And personal hygiene became a thing. I was a fat kid. I had a lot of anxiety during that time.
That's a good point. I never really thought about that.
They made it sound like scoliosis was spreading like wildfire. Like
They really
There was
did,
a
yeah.
epidemic taking over the junior high school.
That's a good point. Yeah, they really did push for that for some
it's
reason.
like
The main thing I remember from that was you really got to scrub your armpits in the shower. That was the one thing I learned from junior high gym class. They're like, scrub those armpits.
What did I learn? I don't know.
And another
I
thing,
learned that mountain climbers suck. Excuse my language. They stink. But I had to
that's
do
just such a.
I had to do mountain climbers in junior
Oh,
high gym class.
I
and-
thought you were like coming at people that as a hobby
No,
they
no,
do
no,
mountain climbing.
dude! If you climb mountains, that is so cool. I want to climb Mount Everest one day. But the exercise itself, I
Yeah.
hate them so much. We were doing like some sort of Scrabble game in junior high where you have to do like 15 mountain climbers. Then you run to the end of the gym and you got to like do some Scrabble word. You run back 15 mountain. I threw up. It was one of the most embarrassing
On the
school
floor?
memories.
Trash can.
I didn't have the dignity, so I ran out into the hall and just leaned over a trash can. But
Okay, well that's good.
I was in junior high, and I had to get the escort to the nurse's office. That doesn't happen when you're in junior high. That's how much they felt bad for me.
Just, that is funny.
but
But there's something about kids just throwing up in school. I don't get it.
yeah.
Like during the PSSAs, someone threw up all over their booklet.
Oh,
It was like a whole like book, and
I
they
think
threw
I
up.
heard about that.
I was
yeah.
like, what? How does that happen? I don't know. I throw up
I
like
guess it's the food, or
I throw up like once every 5 years. Like, why are you throwing up in school? You need to be doing something. to throw
injuries
up.
were interesting though, because like a little scrape on the knee, the kid could be crying for hours. But then one day in class, this kid, he was walking the hall and he accidentally bumped his head on something on the wall. It might have been like hanging an art project. So he sits at the table in front of me, and his entire like side of his head is just gushing with blood, and he doesn't even notice it. I'm in like 2nd grade, so I am scarred for life. I'm like, you have something on your face, dude. He's like, but he wasn't even fazed by that. So
Well, your head does bleed really easily.
it does.
But
yeah.
in 2nd grade, yeah, that's pretty.
We
funny.
have like hardly talked about gym class so far.
There's no color that you can associate with gym class either, in my opinion.
No. I'm thinking like science, history,
Yeah.
math, English, gym class. It was my favorite of the specials between library, music, art.
I was gonna put library on here, but I don't know if everybody had a library class.
No, I don't even. No, yeah.
What did you even do in library class?
You got a book every time.
You just looked at books.
Or in
You-
elementary school, they like closed off certain parts of the library until you like got to upper grades. Like you had to wait till you were in 3rd grade to read the Guinness Book of World Records. I tried sneaking in there in 2nd grade. They're like, get out of the aisle.
I also remember. Do you remember the game they had with like the remotes? It was kind of like Nokia, and you had to press the button 3 times to get like the letter E, and then I don't know
library, not music.
it was in the library. Yeah, they had like the smart board, and then they somehow connected like kind of like these Nokia looking things.
I think I might. Yeah.
It's kind of I don't fully remember it. I was hoping maybe that would be like an amazing moment for you.
Nah, I remember the music game though, where you had to roll that dice.
Yeah,
That's
music
all I
class.
know about it. You're just rolling a dice on a rug.
Yeah, and then what did you do then? That's all I remember too. You just rolled the dice.
I think you like moved spots like up and down the music chart and stuff. But
some good special classes in elementary.
elementary school specials were elite. Junior high's bringing the gym class rating down. 'Cause I wasn't a good athlete for a lot of these games.
School. Yeah.
Like today, I'm like, yeah, that was so much fun. But that's if I was playing with kids that are far worse than me. Like knowing how bad I was at those games, I didn't have a great time in gym class. Don't even get me started on the mile and the fit test.
Yeah, we already covered that.
We heard about that, yeah. It's gym class though. You have your ups and downs. Let's give it the 7.5.
So still higher.
Yeah,
but it is gym class. You gotta love
everybody
gym.
loves gym class.
Yeah, you just had some hard times, but you got over it. Now you're
Yeah.
in great shape
Yeah.
for the most, compared to that at least. Everyone has.
They need to make a gym class for adults that isn't going to the gym.
I agree. That would be pretty
like
cool.
just like a place you could go.
It's like
to
today
just-
we are playing ultimate frisbee.
It's like, yeah.
That we might be onto something there.
Go into a closet, bring out the parachute in front of like a bunch of 30-year-old guys. Everyone's going crazy. Yeah, parachute.
Maybe not the parachute.
Today we'll be square dancing. Come on. Just a bunch of grown men throwing
Time
a
to
fit.
create our exercise board games.
Yeah. Oh my.
All right, well, moving on to another special. What'd you call them? The special classes?
That's what they were called, specials. Yeah.
Specials. I'm gonna go with art. Don't overthink this one, because in high school you loved art class.
High school? It's graphic
Mrs.
design.
Buchholz,
Oh yeah.
she was your favorite.
Mrs. Buchholz, if you're watching, I liked art class. I didn't love it.
She got you some good gifts, like for graduating. To say that to someone who gave you a gift as a teacher.
It's just I didn't get to choose the projects. Some projects they just weren't for me.
But some were good.
Some were awesome. Like I even dug the one where you were drawing like the buildings that like it goes down. It's like a bird's eye.
Perspective.
Yeah, that.
Yeah.
In junior high, where you took like the magazine pieces and you made like a logo out of it, I really dug that. As
Yeah,
messy
I
as
got
that
an award for
was.
mine doing that.
Dang, what was yours?
The Phillies logo.
Oh, I did the Flash logo.
I probably have it in somewhere in there.
Yeah. But then you had like the stupid ones like in elementary school where you had to do like the fish. I don't know.
Well, those here as an education major, I learned about early childhood art. It's not about the final product; it's about the process.
Oh.
You get your fine motors going, and other things. Yeah.
Okay.
But- so in elementary school, it's not art
Yeah.
for the most part.
In elementary school you got to like draw your own treehouse, so that was like the coolest thing ever. I remember.
Yeah.
Rifton was probably maybe my favorite art. Mr. DeWalt, he knew how to run. He knew how to run a class.
That guy
man.
was an artist.
Yeah.
Not all art teachers are artists.
There
That
was
guy.
no piece of equipment as prestigious as the kiln.
The kiln over
in
the
Rifton.
over like the water fountain hand washing thing. You remember
Whatever that like weird pottery thing was, where you put the clay in like that thing and it like glosses up the clay and stuff, and it comes out and it's like
The kiln is like an oven.
yeah,
That's what you're talking about?
yeah.
That's just an oven for pottery. You don't remember the hand washing thing they had?
Oh, it's like the circle.
Yeah, it's like a big bowl, and then around it was water falling.
Was that Rifton or junior high?
I think that was with Mr. DeWalt, wasn't it?
Huh.
I think, yeah.
I think for high school, for me, it's just early on in Rifton and even junior high, I was still ahead of the game, I felt like. But come high school, graphic design was more my area. Like actual art and like sketching and painting and stuff, I couldn't do that. There were far superior people over me.
Yeah.
So it didn't connect with me like that. Mrs. Buchholz was a great teacher. What a feeling it was reuniting with her. Because we
had her
in Lorraine.
That was a great. That's,
and to
that's
have
true.
to start and we didn't start with her. We started with Mr. Bell. If you know, you know.
Yep.
But first grade, Mrs. Buchholz. 12th grade, Mrs. Buchholz. That was a great feeling.
Yeah, she's
Top tier teacher.
Yeah,
right
she's one of
there.
my favorite teachers. Yeah, I feel really, really bad though because on one of the last days, I was like, you know what, I'm about to graduate. No one can stop me from graduating. I had art class, gym class was going on. I'm like, Miss Buchholz, can I use the bathroom? I just went and played basketball for a nice 40
You
minutes.
could have at least told her the truth, man.
I did when I got back. I did because I was gone for 40 minutes. But
Yeah.
that was like one of her last classes. I could tell she was upset. If you ever see this, I'm truly sorry. I did feel bad, but you gotta understand. I was a senior trying to make the most out of my.
For as nice of a
last
teacher she
days.
was in graphic design, I witnessed her throw out Brock. And that was always a good Brock and
Our good friend Brock.
I guess you can bleep the name Antonio Colon. They were throwing gum across the room, and she noticed out of the corner of her eye, and she sent Brock packing, principal's office and everything. So she could turn it up a notch if she had
Which
to.
teachers have to do
That's a good skill, yeah.
when in need. Now Brock claims he was just trying to give it back to him.
Yeah.
So in Brock's defense, he wasn't trying to be a
Yeah.
knucklehead.
This was before I was friends with Brock. I only knew him as the little league Babe Ruth. The guy that would just hit dingers. But
Yeah,
Brock was a cool guy.
yeah.
I say that
love
like
Brock.
he's dead. Brock's out there. Brock is living and he's in great shape.
Yeah, he's looking good.
So,
But
Brock's
anyways,
living life.
art class. What are you giving it? Is there? No, there's not a colored art either. There's not a folder.
All these subjects, they've had ups and downs, like I said. I will give art 7.3. I do like gym class more.
Wasn't gym like 7.4?
7.5.
Okay,
Yeah.
very close. And hopefully, we've had a lot of pretty mediocre grades here. Let's hope we get a high or a low with our final one, and that is science class. Blue folder. I feel like that is the most
Yes.
iconic. Yeah, like it has to be blue.
Yes, and history is green.
Yes. Okay.
I thought you said English.
English is a light green. History is a darker green.
Okay.
Or communication arts is an orange. And language is yellow.
I don't think I ever had an orange one.
For me, communication arts was orange.
Okay.
And
Huh.
then literature yellow, English green. Really breaking
Okay.
down the English classes.
Okay.
Or I guess language could be purple too.
So what are we doing now? Science?
Science.
I didn't like science, man.
Not even chemistry with Mrs. Lake.
That was cool. Forensics had.
Well, forensics
who
you
am I
can't.
kidding?
You can't grade forensics.
We didn't get the full forensics experience because of COVID and stuff.
Yeah, but
We had the
forensics on
Zooms.
on Zoom was terrible.
I got to witness you doing your 2 truths and a lie, saying that cheerleading was not a sport as your truth, as there were 4 cheerleaders in the Zoom.
No, I said cheerleading is a sport, and that was my lie.
Oh, okay. I'm
I think-
sorry.
I think that's
yeah.
what I said.
I think you said it's not I don't know.
Oh no, yeah, you're right. That was my truth.
Yeah.
And then I had another lie. Yeah.
But forensics was really cool. Anything else? So biology was boring. The mitochondria, I didn't really care for that.
Yeah. I wouldn't even bring that up. But
Science class dragged the most out of any subject, I think.
in high school, definitely.
Yeah.
But elementary science was kind of cool.
What was elementary science? We
I
didn't
would-
even have science. till
Yeah,
like
we
fifth
did.
grade.
In 4th grade, remember like the owl pellets? It was like a big fur ball, and you opened it up, and there were like bones of a mouse. That was science,
That was science.
I think. What else would that be? And I remember
Art?
like doing experiments with water and stuff.
That was like 4th grade though.
Yeah,
Definitely not 3rd.
yeah, it was 4th grade.
Okay. Science just wasn't my thing. I dug like the scientific method of like experiments and like
Yeah,
hypotheses.
testing.
Labs were pretty cool
Yeah.
when you got to mix chemicals and stuff. Never saw a fire in my days. I say that like it's a bad thing. But science I just associate with being very boring.
Science can be great, but a lot of it is paperwork. Like
Yeah.
I had a science college class, and the first lab was like, oh, that was kind of fun, even though 90% of it's paperwork. And then after that, most labs were
Like,
just paperwork.
At least with English, like if they gave us like a boring or really bad assignment, usually I had some really cool people in my class like joke around with and turn it into like something fun. But science, everyone was just miserable, I feel like. It's like, when will this period end? So 2.5?
Yeah, I don't.
I think
hate that.
nowadays I like science more as someone that is kind of in like the health and stuff and how like proteins work and carbohydrates and stuff and
Yeah.
the sugars. Biology fascinates me. I just don't know it.
Yeah, I think science in general could be really cool, but I think curriculums and stuff like that ruins it. Like you
Yeah.
have to learn about all these different things. If you just gave me like experiments and stuff and like chemical reactions, and you were doing
Chemistry
stuff,
was really dope.
you're doing
yeah.
hands-on stuff, then science is awesome. But paperwork stuff, nah, I don't
Yeah.
need to do that.
And even
and-
like the science behind like cooking and baking, that's cool. But
Yeah,
they hardly taught us that. So
yeah. But and then we'll just do history really quick. Just get what would you give history without going too deep? into it?
boring. It had my favorite teacher in the history. No, second favorite, Mr. G. That was a really cool class. So, a lot of it was boring though. 6.0.
All right.
I did enjoy it. Yeah.
There you have it. There's our ego meter for school subjects. Great job. I'm surprised we agreed on more colors than. For the most
Yeah.
part, we agreed on the colors.
Those colors really like make or break a relationship with some people. Like it's insane how much
If you don't
they
see
hold
that,
in the
if you
heart.
don't see eye to eye on colored folders,
Yeah. Just get out of my life.
good thing we were able to get past math.
Yeah.
But, anyways, last up here, we're gonna bring back one of my favorite segments, mainly because I was pretty successful with it. That is the meme date guessing game. Ethan has 3 well-known memes. He looked up the database for memes. They talk about the origin of that meme. He provides the meme. I provide the month and the year. And if I get those right, then I shoot a shot in the dark with the numbered of the dates. The day of the month, I guess, would be a better way to put it. And if I get that, do I win money this time? How about
I still have that $10 in my pocket, so yeah, we're gonna do that.
$10 for
Month?
month and year?
Month plus year is $10. As much as I hate that, it makes it more entertaining. If you get the exact date right, $100.
Shake on it. We're agreeing to that.
I'll
Only for this segment today. And then we can
I will
read.
be honest. 2 of these are only months and years. They don't have exact dates.
Okay, so I have one
Yes.
chance.
We will
All
shake
right.
on that though.
It's a long table.
Okay, very long.
All right, first meme. Do I know the meme?
I think you do. It's a long one.
A long meme. How
I-
can a
I
meme be
enjoy it.
long? Is it a video?
No, like it. You'll see. It's long.
All right, I gotta.
I guess this was from a show called American Chopper. You know this one?
No.
What? You don't know this one?
No. Zoom in a little bit for me. It's hard for me to read it. Or read the meme to me, I guess.
It's an angry old man. He's saying incorrect password. It's a guy yelling back, re-enter password. It's an angry old man saying incorrect password again. It's that guy throwing a chair. He says, reset password. And then the angry old man says, your new password cannot be the same as your previous password.
That's so stupid. I have absolutely
I love this meme. I thought, wow.
Never come across that one. Hopefully that's a more modern meme, because I was a big memer back in 2019, 2020, and prior. So, I feel like American Choppers is like a 2012 TV show, though. But it is very possible that is resurfaced.
I don't
to
think it's
the meme.
related to American Pickers.
It's on the History Channel?
I don't know. I said I don't think it's related.
All right, well, this is going to be a shot in the dark. What I discussed is what I know, and that is nothing. What a statement. So, yeah, I knew memes better 2020 and prior. So let's go with 2021 as the year, which is scary because that is recent and probably wrong. But I got to trust my meme knowledge here and understand that I'm not seeing too many memes in the last 2 to 3 years. So, with that being said, let's go. I got to go early because we're trusting that it can't be too recent. So, let's go February of 2021.
Garrett? March of 2018.
Okay.
Sorry about that.
I don't know that
Moving on.
meme. And I
I'm
was
surprised.
memeing. I was memeing in 2018, so that's interesting.
Moving on. This one isn't quite a meme where you can plug and place with like different captions. The photo itself is a meme. It has implanted itself in pop culture.
Can I predict the meme?
Sure.
I'll go with crying Jordan.
No.
That just came to mind. I don't know.
Are you ready?
Yes, sir.
It's Salt Bay.
Salt Bay.
Look at that, man.
That's gotta be 2016.
What a year.
That is just telling me 2016 so much right now. That's got to be 2016. I almost have to lock that in. I got to go with my gut.
Okay.
2016. He's wearing a T-shirt, although he's probably overseas. But
What does that have to do with anything?
that could be a warmer month.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm feeling a J. Unfortunately, there's 3 J's with months. I'll go with the 2 warmer ones. We got June or July. Let's hit July 2016.
Close, but not close. January of 2017. You're 6 months off.
Yeah, I was thinking if it wasn't 2016, it was early 2017.
I don't even know if anything was that funny about Salt Bay, but the guy just took over the internet.
Yeah, why was he even popular?
Because he would slice beef and then make it look
He was
fancy.
just like the alpha before people called themselves alphas.
I guess. Salt Bay, yeah. I hope you're doing good now.
I people don't like his restaurants. I guess it's really overpriced. I don't know.
Oh yeah, for sure. It's like $2,000 for like a steak, and they say it's not even that good. Last one. So far you haven't gotten the dates right, but I'll give you credit where credit's due. This is the last one. It's Crying
Oh!
Jordan. Yeah.
Look at that. Crying Jordan. What was he crying about?
Now you can guess when the photo was taken and when the first meme was created. If you
have
want.
2 dates.
Yeah.
That can't be a Hall of Fame. It could be. It could be a Hall of Fame speech.
Do you think he looks like that nowadays? I think that's pretty close to current day.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't know. That's funny that I mentioned that meme though. This meme was pretty big in like 20. At the end of the day, I can think as much as I want. This is still a pretty big shot in the dark. What do you want me to guess first?
Guess when the photo was taken, I guess.
All right, let's go like May 2013.
Okay.
You're not going to tell me anything on that? Or should I guess both?
Guess when the meme became a meme.
I'm just kidding. Again, 2016 resonates with me, but that seems a little early. But this has been around. Let's go like September 2016.
Okay. I can tell you, the photo was taken. This seems awfully late for MJ going into the Hall of Fame, but his Hall of Fame induction speech on September 11th, 2009.
So that was his.
That was his Hall of Fame.
That's what it was
speech,
for.
yeah.
Okay.
I learned that today. But this is also surprising. The first meme was in April of 2012.
Early.
He's been long in the meme game.
Early.
Yeah.
Wow. I'm gonna look that up. Just because obviously that is the first meme, but when was it made popular?
I believe it was a photo with the text saying, "Why did I buy the Bobcats?"
Is that what the database said?
I think so.
Now this says Wikipedia, which I know you don't like.
Oh my.
It's saying Crying Jordan began to attract mainstream media attention in late 2015, early 2016. So I did say September, but I was closer than
Okay. That
potentially.
sounds right.
Yeah, but yours is historically right.
Yeah.
It was a meme in 2012, and it does show the same exact one. That is funny that I brought
You
that
guessed
meme
it,
up.
Yeah.
I just predicted for the wrong one, but unfortunately, no amazing things here. But
no big
it
Chungus
is
moments.
it is impossible to top the last time we did this.
That's
segment.
going in the highlight reel. Big Chungus right there.
But hopefully, people didn't see that segment yet, and they can go back and watch it.
Yeah.
I think episode 6, I think it is. So go and watch that. A great segment there.
That's impressive.
Still a
you know
good
the
one.
episode.
Bringing you back to some iconic memes, or not iconic. The first one, I never saw that one. But anyways, that reminds me, I'm supposed to do the Bible verse today. And I did not write it down. I'm going to do...
Buddy.
I should have this memorized because it's my favorite. Or probably favorite or second favorite. It's in my Instagram bio. And I know the message, obviously, but I like getting it word for word because I
Okay.
don't want to miss anything. So here it is. I just looked it up. This is the NIV translation, which works. We got Matthew 7:13-14. Enter through the narrow gate, for wide is the gate and broad is the road that leads to destruction, and many enter through it. But small is the gate and narrow is the road that leads to life, and only a few find it. So
I like that. Was
One-
that used before? I shall ask.
I did use my other favorite once.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure it was in this one.
Okay.
I think I did. It's like First Corinthians something where it's like do everything with love. I'm pretty sure
I
I
know you used that one. Yeah.
yeah. Well, then I didn't do this one. Then if you remember me doing that one.
I hope this wasn't the one Ian used.
No, his was something else. Yeah,
Okay.
but
Well, this will
pretty-
be releasing before Ian's episode anyway. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Well, now you
Joke-
know who our
joke-
guest is next week.
Joke's on you. You can bleep it if you want.
Hey, if you get to this point of the episode, you can reward yourself with getting to know the future.
Yeah.
So, yeah. And also, before we end it here, I think it's kind of neat that for some reason, when you look something up on Google, it tells you how fast it looked up 24 million results. It's like about 24 million results, 0.36 seconds.
What an unnecessary flex.
Like, I know for a fact it didn't load all of those articles. But you can try and flex if you want.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying? Are you looking something up now, or are you just...
I pressed the one where it says feeling lucky. That's like when you search up Google. I don't know what.
feeling lucky? What did that just do?
I don't know. It just put like something random there.
Now it's showing all the different Google designs for
Yeah.
each day. I don't know. We're getting sidetracked. But anyways, thank you guys for listening to episode 12. Like Ethan said, we got a guest episode coming out in exactly 1 week.
Yeah.
Next Wednesday. So we got a good one coming. Good friend Ian. So stay
Great
tuned for
friend.
that one. Thank you for listening to this point. We'll see you in a week. God bless.
Have a safe night, guys.
9:45.